Hello and welcome to the video. This is a very quick video on how to update the firmware on this thing here. This is the Jumper T16 radio. Now, it's not something that you update through Companion. You do it through the interface on the radio, and it's pretty straightforward. Now, big thank you to all of you that have asked for this video. This is for you, and I'm also putting it as part of the Jumper T16 playlist on the channel so that all of the tips and tricks I do for the radio will be in there. So let's not hang around. Let me just show you how you go about getting the software, putting it on the radio and flashing it and updating it. So before we update the radio, let me show you what it looks like before we start. This is as it has been supplied. So what I'm going to do is hold the system and then press page to go across to the version, and the version's dated 17th of the 3rd 2019, 2.2.3 Jumper TX. So we'll power that off. So that is all good. So now we know that. The next thing we need to do is we need to get hold of the software file. Now the software is actually available from the website on the Jumper website itself. So if you're on the Jumper website, then click into the downloads area, and in the downloads area you'll see all of the different products, and click on the product that you're interested in. Obviously we're interested in T16, and in the T16 area there's all the files that we need. Now there's lots of different versions of language and both the protocol that you use to talk to your receivers, whether or not it's the Flex stuff or it's standard. I'm going to use standard and English because I'm an English speaker, so that's the one I'm going to download. So you just click on that, it'll take you to Google Drive, and you just click download and save it onto your computer somewhere. It's going to have a .bin extension, and just keep that safe. Once we've got that file, then we need to get it onto the radio. Now we could just unplug the SD card, plug it into the computer and copy across that way. But what I would recommend is starting the radio in bootloader mode and then connecting it via USB cable. So hold T4 and T1 into the middle, press the power button, and then we have the options to write firmware. We'll come back to that in a minute, and exit. But if you plug in a USB cable at the top, you'll find that a couple of thumb drives appear on your computer, and you copy the files into one of those. So here we are back on the computer. This is the one that you want. It's appeared as drive H on my computer. It could be anything, but it's the firmware directory that we're interested in. So that's the one we're going to copy it into. So I'm going to copy this T16 2.2.3.en.bin file, and I'm going to paste it into the firmware directory on the SD card. Once that's done, then I'm going to unplug the radio, and we're ready to flash it. So back on the radio, just unplugged the USB cable. Now what I'm going to do is select Flash Firmware, select the file that I'm interested in. There's only one there, that's the one we've just copied across. Long hold of the Enter key to flash the firmware, and away it goes. Now, I've not speeded this part of the video up. This is how long it takes. It's about 20 seconds in total. You just sit there. I'd also make sure when you're doing these kind of things, always make sure your batteries are nice and fully charged. You don't want anything going wrong in the middle of the firmware update, because nasty things happen. And then once it's finished, then we press return to exit, and then we can scroll down, press exit, and the radio will reboot into the new version of Jumper TX. And just to prove that that is working, press and hold the system key, page across. There we are. We're now on the latest version, dated the 28th of April. One last thing, on the page that we had a quick look at where we downloaded the firmware from, there's also the SD card contents and the other pieces for the radios too. So if you're ever in a situation where you need those files and you can't find them, that's the best place to go. They're all on the website. So hopefully that helps those of you that are interested about that. I will be doing a video showing you how to get the pictures onto the radio like I do with my painless pill. I'll show you how to make all those, but stay tuned for other videos, and if there's anything in particular you want to see on this radio, then do pop a comment down below. Thanks for watching the video and watching right to the very end. You can find me in all the usual places on social media, and if you like the video and like what I'm doing here, then hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification icon too. If you really like what I'm doing, you can go the extra mile and become one of my Patreons for access to me directly for support, and also giveaways and regular updates too. If you're looking for particular content, then check out the playlist. I organize all of my videos into playlists, so if you're looking for a particular topic, you can find everything here. If it's called Introduction To, it's designed to start very simply and build on that simple introduction to teach you all about it. If it's called For Beginners, then that is really aimed at people who are brand new to that part of the hobby. You can also search on YouTube for anything that you're interested in using the search function at the top. So iNav Painless 360 will find all of my videos and even the playlist around iNav. So thanks again for watching and happy flying.